And we're back. And if you're joining us right now, we have reached almost the end of our program. But before we wrap up, it is Tuesday, so we are going to be talking about some trending topics. And this is where I talk about what has been buzzing on social media, both internationally, and a bit of our local and regional trends as well that we've been seeing across different social media platforms. Now, our first topic for this week, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of an update on something that we spoke about last week in the sports world, and that is the Novak Djokovic saga at the Australian Open. Now, just to do a quick recap, this has been a pretty complicated story from the beginning. Novak Djokovic, first of all, he's a 20-time Grand Slam champion. And he's a 9-time Australian Open champion, and he was the biggest one favored to win this event. However, he remains unvaccinated, and there's a lot of drama caused by that because of the current immigration policies in Australia, as well as those for the tournament itself. Now, do a quick recap just because it was complicated. First of all, he applied for exemption from being vaccinated to be allowed to enter the country. Got it, got a visa. When he got to Australia, his visa was cancelled. Then he appealed that decision. They won the appeal. He got his visa reinstated. Then a few days later, the Minister of Immigration canceled the visa again. He went back to court, and this time he lost, and so he had to leave Australia as the tournament kicked off yesterday on Monday, and so that was a big saga. Of course, a whole lot of drama. This has made lots of news internationally, even outside of sports circles, as we're watching people commenting on the immigration policies, and of course on Djokovic, who is a big international athlete with a big platform, choosing to remain unvaccinated. Interestingly enough, the immigration minister of Australia said that the second cancellation was on the ground of public health, not because there was any irregularity with the first visa that was issued, but the basic argument was that, well, if we have this big international star, we allow him to be unvaccinated, it will send the wrong message, and therefore it is of public interest that he not be allowed to stay and to compete. Of course, that's going to disappoint a lot of his fans, but many people in Australia and abroad are saying, no, this was the right decision. If you're unvaccinated, you should have to live with the consequences just based on the circumstances of the pandemic. Now, of course, interestingly enough, the organizers of the French Open also came out yesterday saying that for their upcoming tournament, they will not be allowing unvaccinated players to be playing as well. We will also be getting updates, I suppose, in the next few months about whether Wimbledon or the US Open and other tournaments are going to follow the same way. But of course, it's big news for the sports world and tennis in particular. Of course, now that he is out, the top favorite to win the tournament is the Russian player Daniil Medvedev, who won the US Open last year and was also lost in the finals of last year's Australian Open to Djokovic. But we'll see how the tournament goes on and whether we'll be hearing from Novak about his vaccination status, about all the drama. You know, he was detained for a while, so it was a big story that a lot of people were following internationally. Now, second topic, turning to some lighter trends. This was a big trend that we have recently followed, that recently came up on Twitter over the weekend. And the original tweet said was to name 2 famous people with similar names or the same name who are completely different. And so a lot of people were replying with a lot of fun responses. Of course, we can see Eminem and Eminem. And there's a couple more that I pulled up for you that I saw that I thought were funny. So we've got Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and the Jamaican artist Shaggy. Of course, that's another funny comparison. Let's see another. We've got Jim Jones the rapper. I spoke about this a few weeks ago on Trending Topics in December when it was announced that Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be making a movie portraying the actual Jim Jones from the Jonestown massacre, but a lot of memes came out talking with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Jim Jones the rapper. That was one of the trending topics, so I thought this was another funny one to bring up again. Do we have another? Oh, yep, Kevin G from Mean Girls and the rapper Kevin G. So, of course, couldn't be more different. but tons and tons and tons of comparisons like this have been coming up. A lot of them are really funny, and that topic's been trending all over Twitter, and it's still going on. I think it just started on Sunday or yesterday, but I saw lots of tweets, and I thought that was really funny as well. If you can think of some Belizean examples, please feel free to share, and we'd love to share them on our show as well. We've got Cisco and Cisco the company as well. That was a good topic. Now, one final trending topic which we saw this is a regional one, just in the Caribbean. It's Christmas is over, and a lot of people are, kind of relaxing or getting over the thing, and especially right now in Belize, we know this as MAGA season. But despite that, we also know that as January closes, February is coming up, and what do we have? Valentine's Day. Lots of people are already thinking about what they're gonna do, but an interesting topic or an interesting photo that showed up was a trend. It came out of Barbados, and it's a gift package, but it started trending because of the contents of that package. And as you see, we got it up on the screen. People were scratching their heads because people were saying, what on earth, why would this be a Valentine's package? As you can see, there's a box, and it's got non-alcoholic wine, looks like some wet wipes, some soap, and of course a big breadfruit in a box. So people were scratching their heads, people were retweeting. This is originally a Facebook post, but it also went viral on Twitter. People from Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad, and of course Belize saw this post and were sharing it, circulating, wondering why would this be a Valentine's package or any type of gift package. But of course I thought it was funny, some of the responses. Let me know what you think if you would receive this for your Valentine's Day package. I mean, it looks just like literally a raw breadfruit. So, I mean, I guess you could do whatever you want with that. Doesn't ring as particularly romantic to me, but maybe you feel differently. That was just, those are just some of the trends that we saw over the past week. And I wanted to bring that up right before we wrap up our show. So yeah, Marlene, what do you think of that as a Valentine's gift?
I love breadfruit. I absolutely love breadfruit. I just want them to send it to me already fried.
Already
right?
fried? Yeah.
So breadfruit chips, yeah, that's the way to my heart. I'm good with that.
And the non-alcoholic wine?
Well, yeah, I can re-gift to someone else who wants that. But it's like MAGA season for memes too, right? I'm really surprised by that. I think the only one I've seen over the past few days is, how we all get into the shower when there's a cold front, right? Yeah. There's like a methodology that everybody has. I do the countdown. I don't know about you.
Yeah, well, it depends on me. Like I'll wait for the water to get hot, but then there's sometimes when you run out or if you don't have, and then I have to do it I do it slowly. So I do my hand, get it wet, get the foot
or
first,
inch the entire body,
come back, and then kind of just.
I'll tell you one of the funniest ones, right? So I do a countdown for myself, and I trick myself. Like I'll go 3, 2, and jump at 2 because I know at 1 I'll chicken out.
Or something literally. Sometimes I even jog under the shower. I'll be like this.
All right, and that is specific cold front behavior for us here in Belize. That's but it has been a really interesting show. We do hope that you enjoyed it, and most importantly, I think we got some great information from the acting pediatrician at KHMH about children and COVID.
Yes, of course, that was a really informative first topic, and we hope that if some of you parents are watching, help deal with some of your concerns so that if you do eventually have your child contact COVID-19, you know some of what to do and when not to panic and when to take more serious action.
I think we've all been stocking up on our COVID care packages. It's important that if you have children that you have that as well. That includes Tylenol. Yes. It includes Pedialyte and medication for sore throat as well. I think what Doc was saying this morning is essentially just start treating the symptoms at home and try not to panic. They seem to be getting quite a few panicky parents, and they're hoping that they can help. We also want to say thank you to the BDF who came in. Of course, they have their virtual BDF day coming up on Friday, and that does include the change in command, and you can watch that on the BDF Facebook page.
Yes, and finally, of course, we had our final guest, G. King Castillo, who was debuting his newest music video, Aye Loco. We got to see the video, and we also got some in-studio dancing.
Yeah. I think you should show us your version of Punta now, right?
I haven't taken the tutorial yet, but he's going to supply, so like maybe one day you can see me.
All right, we'll hold you to that, right? We'll do a Punta challenge. All right, but that's all the time we have for today. If you'd like to contact us, send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com.
You can find us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and Instagram at OYE Belize.
And remember to tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 when you open your eyes.
Start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your heart open.
We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day, Belize.
Ladies, get your dance shoes, yeah. Fellas, get your dance shoes now. Time to rock your feet, move your feet, shake your waist. Time to shake your leg, left to right, the front to back. Time to rock your feet, move your feet, shake your waist. Time to shake your leg, left to right, the front to back. Ah yeah, ay ay ay. 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 Mama, baby, twago sabado nito. Oro bone sabado nate. Baby, twago sabado namule. Tube bubude, igi baby meda, igi baby bubude. The front of back, tube bubude, igi baby meda, igi baby bubude. The hella go banaga, hey, the hella go banaga, ay.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.